Good morning. Let's try this again. It was being all glitchy. I hope everybody's having an awesome morning. It's Saturday right now. I just got out of my meditation and I'm chilling with my cat, having my coffee. I posted that post about what is something that you need in the morning. And for me, it's that quiet time. I get up a little bit extra early just so I can meditate for 10 to 15 minutes in the morning. And really, that's all you need. 10 minutes is honestly more than enough. It's just about quieting your mind, learning to train your mind not to run you, that logical thinking mind, because it can run away on us. That's what anxiety is. That's what depression is. Our mind running away, running off old programming, and having the deep knowing that we can shift that. And our higher selves, our soul, can run the show, and that's where we want to move into. And it takes a lot of time and a lot of diligence. I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. It probably took me a good 18 months of really getting to a space and being consistent and working on my triggers and working on my emotions when they would come up, because as humans we get so used to being engulfed by our emotions or the emotions of others. So many of us are so open to the emotions of others. I know I walked a life where I would have massive mood swings. If anybody else can relate to that, like or comment below. I would have massive mood swings where I almost felt like I was like crazy. Like, honestly, I didn't know what it was. And I realized through working with it that I am just clairaudient, claircognizant. I pick up and hear the thoughts of others. I am a true telepath, and understanding what emotions were mine and what weren't, that all comes with gaining your energetic sovereignty and having that deep knowing because we know what feels right to us. And it's those ones that bombard us that don't feel right to us and make us uncomfortable, make our minds race. And it was really empowering. And I still have those moments, but now I understand that's my channeling ability. That's my mediumship. And I've given it permission to turn off, because the thing is, many of us are mediums. Probably all of us are mediums. And unless we give ourselves that permission to turn it off and only utilize it when somebody asks, because really it's when we're tuning into people without their consent, it's not a good thing. It's like spying on somebody, but when we don't understand how our gifts work, it happens all the time, because that's what we're tuning into. We're tuning into these radio frequencies. We're tuning into these signals. That being said, it is so powerful once you can adjust that radio dial and be like, okay, I give myself permission to not read people today. Once you understand that gift, I'm thinking maybe I should run a mediumship course. Because we're all mediums, we're all telepaths. If anybody be interested in learning more about mediumship and what they're hearing and what they're seeing and what they're feeling, comment below and maybe I'll look into writing a mediumship course so we can better understand our channel and what we're tuning into. Because our channel is not always from source, especially as we're attuning to the higher vibrational frequencies and higher realms. A lot of the channel will tune into these frequencies and these energies that are a little more confusing. And when you're in confused energies, they're not source energies. Hello, good morning. So that's a good discernment right there. Is when they're confusing energies, they're not source, they're not your higher self. Those are either somebody else's channeled energies, those are either mediumship, like somebody coming through, crossing over who's confused, or I don't like to use the word tricky, but those can be the tricky spirits where they come up disguised as the highest, best good, and they're not. They are something trying to impinge on your free will and guide you down a path that you probably don't want to go on, which many of us have done over and over again in this life and the lifetimes before. So it's really imperative when you are channeling to set the intention to only call in the highest, best good, to only call in the higher self, your soul self, source energy, angels, guides, ascended masters, archangels, because they're the ones who are going to give you the guidance. And I had an eye-opening morning today. I pulled some cards. I was feeling a little emotional, probably because I'm alone. My kids are gone, which never happens. And it's great because I need this. I've been pulling cards that I need rest for the last week. And this is me. Go, 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 go. Not realizing that, okay, maybe I do need just to sit still, because I don't physically feel tired, but my soul gets tired. My mental capacity gets tired because I'm teaching so much. Like, we did the New Moon Healing Circle on Wednesday, and I've never had such a large group in that, like in a circle like that. I do a lot of gifted channels and they're different, but when you're actually working and healing a group of 11, it's a lot of energy. And I don't realize that because I'm just used to doing it. And I'm like, maybe I do need to rest. Oh, I love this topic. Any books or videos recommended to expand our knowledge in this field? I'll look into that and see what there is. Mediumship is one of those things where it's really personal. The things I would recommend to start with is learning what is your energy and what is not. That is the key to mediumship, because like I said, so many of us walk through life not realizing that we're being bombarded by messages from different energies that aren't ours. So learning your energetic sovereignty, working with your own energy is number one. Clearing your own energy, setting that intention, quieting the mind, meditation, and really asking for guidance. Books are great. They're not always the way to go. But yeah, clearing your signal, like you think if you're a radio dial, if you're sitting in a staticky signal all the time, you're not going to hear anything come through. If you get to a quiet spot where you can tune into those higher frequencies and switch your radio dial and be like, okay, I'm turning this off now, and now I'm turning it on, but I'm going to tune to this energy, or I'm going to tune to this energy. That is key. And once we understand our own energy and what is it's feeling and knowing, feeling, sensing, knowing. And that's the key, because we don't get to know ourselves. We don't take that time. Oh, sorry, my coffee maker's turning off. So we don't get to know our own energy, and that can cause a lot of road bumps in our own journey because we don't understand what's ours and what's not ours. And so that is what I would guide you to do. Number one is learn your own energy if you haven't already. Really sit with yourself and do a lot of clearing and cord removals and just violet flame baths, and just call your energy back before you go to bed at night. When you wake up in the morning, first thing, call your energy back. Ask Archangel Michael to come in to shield you. Ask your higher self to come in. Invite Saint Germain in to do a violet flame bath, because you need to clear yourself, set that intention, brush your aura, just really get into it. And then you can really learn, because the problem is, and I'm not saying it's a problem, if we start learning all this stuff, but we're not, everything comes back to us. If we're not working on our own energetic hygiene first, we're not going to be a clear channel for what we want to channel through. And it'll get really confusing and it'll get overwhelming. So work on yourself first. So I was pulling some cards this morning and I was just like, I got all teary-eyed and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to just take some time today. I need to create, I need to play some music. My band has changed recently. I'm welcoming in a new drummer, so it's going to change that energy in our band, which is very interesting. And for me, and I've spoken about this before, so I grew up, I played music since I was quite young. I played piano since I was like 8. I played guitar since I was 13, probably 12. I taught myself. And then I was always told I wasn't good. I can't sing, you suck at this. Not by my mom or my dad, but like my brother, you know, people who just want to hurt you. My ex-husband. Yes, I probably wasn't the greatest singer. Everybody can sing though, but it's learning how to work with what you have and learning your voice. And this is like anything in life. So I really started playing, and this is one of my wounds coming up because I was used to the people I was playing with, and now I'm having to enter in and bring a new drummer in. And in my mind, I'm like, oh my gosh, this drummer's been playing music for longer than me. They're better than me. I'm going to embarrass myself. And this is all that sitting in my subconscious, which is not true. This is me feeling like I'm not good enough. And I'll tell you this, I still have moments like this more often than you think. And it's working through it instead of falling into it, where, you know, I had all these messages from different drummers that wanted to play with me. I sent them clips of the music I've written, like our band's written, the songs I've composed. And they're like, oh, I love it. I want to play. Like, I love the vibe. And I was like, you know, me trying to believe it. So it's about belief in ourselves. And I had to sit with that and be like, what in me do I need to release? Because there's a part of me that's sitting in that law of assumption, assuming I'm not good enough, assuming that I'm going to, you know, embarrass myself, assuming that, but it all starts with me. Like, I'm good enough. I'm like, Jesus, like, what is this? This is baloney. I am kidding myself. So just so you know, if you feel like that, it's okay. It's normal. Rewrite that inner dialogue. Get in there. The 555 portal, I'll talk about it a lot. This course has been life-changing for me, and I'm sure the people in it have felt big shifts. I'm on week 4 this week, so we're halfway through it. I'm going to be opening pre-registration for the next cycle of the 555 portal, Shifting Consciousness, in late November, early December. We will start in January. I'm not sure of the start date yet. I will get that as we come along. It'll probably be mid-January. The start of this is what this course is all about. I am teaching how steps I've taken in my life to release these things, to heal myself. Because really, we're all our own healers. Sometimes we need guidance. I still need guidance once in a while from my teachers because we're human. But once we get in that cycle and we have the knowledge and we can tune into the higher wisdom of our soul telling us, you need to go here, you need to do this, you need to do this, and our intuition, you will be amazed at the things that come up and you're like, okay, this is related to this is what I need to do, and sit with yourself quietly. So if you're interested, I see Wendy, how do I even start? This is how you start. This is how you start, getting to know yourself. No externals are going to change it. It's getting to know ourselves. Everything comes back to self. Like I even talked about with the mediumship, it all comes back to self and knowing our energy, knowing ourself, because everybody is different. Everybody's energy is different. Everybody has a different perspective. Everything is subjective, right? So it's not assuming that somebody else can heal you. It's assuming that you are already healed and you're there. And so this is what this 8-week course is about. It's about really empowering ourselves, understanding ourselves, learning how to use our intuition, learning how to untie knots of trauma, understanding balance, all these principles that I've learned through my journey that have freed me from my self-destructive behavior. You know, like these thoughts about not being good enough, that was that old self-destructive behavior and pattern trying to come back. And I'm like, no, you're not coming back up. I'm going to work with you and I'm going to love you until you're released and you know you're good enough, because we're all good enough. We are. So if you're interested in joining that course, send me a private message. I'll put you on the pre-registration list. And when registration opens, I will send you that. Send you the information. Send you the investment information. It's 8 weeks. It's every Sunday, 1 hour. I'm not sure what time of the earth plane you're on. We're all different time zones. I work it so we can all meet in and come together and work deeply, and it's beautiful. The knots it unties. We go through energy work. I do healing in every session, like meditation. We go through awesome information that just really opens up our wisdom channel, and you learn. So if you're interested in being put on the list for that, for the next session, it's going to be awesome. We'll start in the new year. It's just been a great experience teaching this to others, that, you know, the steps I've taken to empower myself and come into my power. You know, we are so afraid to step into our own power. We have all these ego dialogue going on in our heads saying we're not good enough, can't do this. You're more than good enough. You are whole and complete every step in the journey. And one thing that I've really learned to say is, I am that I am. It's the law of assumption. You can shift yourself. You can shift those around you with your thoughts and your mind. We are powerful creator beings, and we are creating the reality around us every thought, every moment of the day. So look around you. Are they interactions that you're really excited about to go into? Are they juicy? Are they fun? Or are they leaving you feeling a little victimized? Or are they leaving you feeling not good enough? So this all starts with your mind and your heart. So yes, if you're interested, drop a line, comment below. We will get you hooked up with some more information. And I love you. I'm going to go finish my coffee. Get ready. I have a client today, so get ready for that. And if you're interested in a group course session with me, let me know. I do one-on-one sessions as well. I know there's a lot of new people in the community. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. I work one-on-one. I do ascension guidance. I do light language healing transmissions. I facilitate energy healing all over Zoom. So if you're not anywhere close to me on the earth plane, Zoom is an amazing tool. It works just as well as being a one-on-one with people. So if you're interested in any of that, drop me a line. I'll send you my calendar and my information. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to light each other up and spread light and help each other to ascend through this. I love you. Have a beautiful day. Bye.